them. They have any late payments, remove the late payments. Anything that's negative, bankruptcies, charge-offs, student loans, get all this stuff removed. And when you get all that removed, you should see your credit score go up a lot. I don't know where you're at if you have negative accounts at 663, but the next thing I suggest after you make sure everything is negative removed, or you're in the process of working on that, because you can do all this at the same time, then make sure you have at least 4 credit cards. Some people that have a 663, or they're in that middle area of the 600s, they don't have that many credit cards. Or they may have credit cards, but they're not old yet. They didn't let them age. So I always tell people, just make sure you have at least 4 credit cards on your credit reports, and make sure that they're reporting to all 3 credit bureaus. If you're doing that, then that's like one huge step to get you towards that 750 credit score. Also, you want to make sure that you don't spend more than 5% of your credit cards. You have a 0 balance on that credit card. That actually looks bad to a lot of companies. They don't like when you have only a 0 balance on that credit card. They may even try to close that credit card. So try to spend something, let them report something like that's what a credit card is. They're doing business with you. They're lending money. That's how they make their money, by lending. So try to have, even if it's 1% or you spend $5, have something report on that credit card. Because then sometimes if you don't have, like if you have a 0 balance, the credit bureaus, they don't even get an update on that credit card because you're not using it. Like the company won't even update it. You'll see like in your payment history, you'll see gaps of nothing. And that's probably because you had a 0 balance. So I always tell people, try to at least spend $5 on a credit card, like spend something. So you make sure everything is deleted. You also make sure you have 4 credit cards. You make sure your balance is at least between the 3 to 5% with your utilization. So after you do that, make sure you have at least 2 installment accounts on your credit reports. So when I say installment accounts is like your student loans. It's an account where you have to pay monthly. If you already have a mortgage, that's an installment account. A car note, that's an installment account. If you guys get a personal loan, that's an installment account. Make sure you guys have at least 2 installment accounts on your credit reports. And I told you guys about the self-installment account earlier. That's especially, let me drop that again for you guys. If you guys have bad credit, like if your credit score is, like I say, under like a 600, sign up for that self, because you're going to see that you'll see that your credit score go higher, because now you have an installment account on your credit report. You don't technically have to go and take a loan out at the bank just to get that installment account. You can just do accounts like self, and that will help you out a lot. But just doing these different things, make sure everything that's negative removed. Make sure you have at least 4 credit cards. The utilization is between 3 to 5%. Make sure you have at least 2 installment accounts. Then that should get you over that 750 credit score. But understand this too. If you have to delete everything from your credit because everything was technically bad and you're starting from new, you don't have any history most likely. And if you really want to know the trick to having like a high credit score, is by having a great history. When I say great history, I mean you have cards that have been open for over 5 years. You've been around, you've been doing this for a while. When you have a good track record like that, where they've been saying that you've been paying these accounts for a while, then that's when you're going to see that your credit score go up and up and up over time. But you want to have that history. Now, some people, they may add a trade line onto their credit report. Say if they want to buy a house right now, they probably got the 680 credit score, 660, but they want like the highest credit score that they can get. Some people may add a trade line onto their credit reports. And a lot of times when you add a trade line onto your credit reports, your credit score will go up. But understand that these trade lines will stay on your credit report temporarily. So if you need like a quick boost to your credit score because you're trying to do something that's very important, then you can definitely do that. But understand that history is very important. So you do want to keep your accounts open for a long period of time. So let me know if you guys have any additional questions about things like that, because I can definitely let you know about it. And I asked you guys, did you want me to review the credit reports? I think I should start reviewing credit reports to tell you guys, hey, they need to do this, and that to get over that 750 mark. And if you're not adding the trade line on your credit reports, you have at least 4 credit cards on your credit reports, you have the 2 installment accounts, you have the 3 to 5%, and you like, Rickita, my credit score is just sitting here. That means you really need some age. You really need to let your things age. And if you have a lot of inquiries, like the other person that said they have like 68 inquiries, then you may want to start removing those inquiries, because at this point, every point counts. So that can be a great method for you to try to boost your credit